Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Joe O'Rourke. Bobby Rivers and Sean Williams are back in the on room line. This is Scotty Moses. Take it away, Joe O'Rourke, for our next contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Scooter Chris Haynes.
The Scooter Chris Haynes, the shooter Scott Storm's son. And oh God, here he goes. I don't know what that was that we saw last. Chris Haynes, he seems to be okay. I don't know what the paper was that the contents of the paper in his pocket. I don't know what that was about with his father, the shooter. And ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, I have the duties of being accompanied here in the commentary booth by that punk Aggie. Oh, Rios! Rios just comes out to start this next match, obviously. It's going to be Rios versus Chris Haynes. Wait a second. Now it's Rios versus Chris Haynes versus DDP. Aggie, what do you have to say about this? Nothing? What? Wait. Suicidal. Suey. It's pushed by Rio. The All-State champion is in there.
Wait a minute. I got an idea. I got a big idea here. All right. Due to the fact I'm supposed to face you later on today, but you decided to jump out here without any reason. So guess what? I have an idea. Why don't wait for the time? Me and you go at it right now.
Wait a second.
Wait. And you two Wait, yeah, you two. You two have to go at it as well. So why don't we have all four of you go out at the same time? Because I'm the suicidal freak here. How about the booking freak? The muscle bound jerk. Whoa, anyway, you suck, man. The faggot and the big retard and the booger jerk. We're all just wrestling.
CCW is proud to be there.
Wait a second. So you mean Suicidal, Chris Haynes, Rios, and DDP all in one match? Oh, I thought he had something to say. All 4 men, we're going to get a wide shot. Try to get a wide shot.
So a little background to you people watching this. This is back in 1999. I picked this one because it's actually pretty good quality. April of 1999. And this is, of course, pre-iPhone, pre-iPod, pre-iCarly, pre-EIO, pre-all that stuff, pre-all Apple products being big. I mean, this is the era. I mean, DVDs are kind of brand new at this time. But 1999 was the future. 2000 was the future. We're going to fly in cars. Only if you knew what 2023 looked like. Anyway, so yeah, we recorded all of these on a camcorder. Rios' camcorder that somebody broke. And we used Joey's and we used Tiago's before that. We never used mine because my family was poor. I didn't get a camcorder till 2002. But we would film all these, and we would actually have to buy Duracell batteries or Energizer batteries, and I'm giving both of them a cheap plug right here. And we would, there was a CVS not too far from this park. There's Memorial Park in Bloomfield, New Jersey, for all you non-United Statesians. I see my boy Marcus, who's always watching these videos and liking them. I don't know why. But these were a lot of fun to do. CCW was the brainchild of Scotty Moses, who was the shooter, Scott Storm, and Nate, my boy Nate, who wrestled with us in like the first 2 weeks and then never came back. Now, he was there on Volume 5, but we had a bunch of volumes. We had 16 tapes that we filled up with various events, and it was a brainchild of those two, and kind of me, but Nate gave it the name CCW, Chaos Championship Wrestling, and me and Scotty kind of took it from there. Damien the Bruiser, and we would book all the shows, and I would never listen. I would change booking on the fly. We never called anything. We would talk about moves that we were going to do, and then we'd change it out there, like Marco, watch this. But everybody you see, like Jesse doesn't really hang out with us, but me, the Piercer, Rios, we're still friends today. Joe O'Rourke, I see him on, well, I'm not on social media anymore, but I'd see Joe O'Rourke there randomly. He's doing well. For the most part, all of us kind of stayed friends. There was a couple groups anyway, but this is, yeah, way back in 1999. I can't believe I'm saying it's 24 years ago. But we put these events together at my house. Scotty would come to my house every friggin' night. We'd be up till 2 in the morning watching old wrestling tapes. And we would come up with these shows, and we kind of book them, but then we'd get there to Memorial Park on Saturday, and we didn't have email or any of that stuff. We would just call everybody. Or did we have AOL Instant Messenger? Oh, hey, can you come to Foley Saturday? We're going to wrestle. That's what it would be. And Joe Rourke kind of just showed up and refereed, and then he actually went out and bought his own referee shirt and really got into it, which was cool. Rios, I just kind of told him in school, in robotics class, hey, you have to show up at Foley. I need you to be my manager for a wrestling show. Wrestling match. I don't even know what the hell he thought. And then me and Riz became like best friends after that. And Nick, I knew Nick and Joey from the lunchroom. I know the Ruiner Marco Polo since birth. But I picked this match too because there's 4 of us in there. But none of us called a thing. We never trained. We were just, I remember Scotty talked about how he trained at Gino Caruso's school. His 8x10 famously not on the wall. So I got to call him out on that. Gino has everybody's 8x10 on his wall. But anyway, like we learned how to bump and put our chin in our chest. But we're landing on the grass and sometimes concrete. I can't believe none of us got badly injured. But we were, for the most part, safe. I mean, look how I run the ropes. I never got any better at running the ropes. First of all, it's a fence. We broke that fence. We broke a lot of fences. But Memorial Park was getting a facelift anyway. But I know the town hated us because we would wrestle in every park. I put up a couple of the events where we got arrested. I got arrested. Nothing ever came of it. What are they going to do? Hey, you guys were backyard wrestling in a park. And we were minors. We didn't know any better. But Nick says it, the Piercer Chris Hayne, that this was like the greatest time of his life, my life, all of our lives. We had so much fun back then. And this is 1999, so this is the midst of the Attitude Era in the WWF. And WCW was even good then, and ECW was great in 99. I mean, we had a pick of the litter. We would do these events and go home, watch ECW at midnight, watch Raw on Monday. Who called that spot? I did that on purpose. We'd watch SmackDown, was brand new back then. But, we'd watch these all, tape them, watch them again, watch our matches. I would come home and edit all these tapes. Some of the videos you see that we made, or I made, I edit them with 2 VCRs, which oddly I'm an editor now in my real life. And cars would always stop and think that we were really fighting. And then I would do something stupid like that. Or I would do a fake eye poke. Or I would do a fake choke so people could see that we weren't... Where's that Marco? I don't know who that is back there. But anyway, I would always do some hokey, stupid wrestling spots so they could see, oh, I bump like crap. But I did not want to land on the grass. This was my incarnation of Dirty Dixie Peach. It was a gimmick I was kind of playing with. It was Gold Dust, but an aggressive version. I was wanting to come out in all leather, but I had no money, so I couldn't really afford that. I had sweatpants, and it was supposed to be like Adrian Adonis meets Gold Dust meets something new. But I played with it, and then I did my own name, SAW, and was a fake tough guy. I wish back then I jobbed more and sold more and did more promos and wasn't so, trying to be an alpha. I should have just been the jobber and put people over and learned. I should have been teaching myself how to work here because I'm the only one in CCW that actually went into pro wrestling. I'm not saying that mean. I'm saying that it's just the way it is. I don't think anyone else really wanted to. But I should have been teaching myself more here. That was the next question. I see one of the people on the live YouTube. Okay, there's no live YouTube. But is asking me, yes, I did make more money in CCW's Backyard Fed than I did on the Independents. I only made a little bit more when I was in Ring of Honor than I did here. Oh, there's Vasquez. Vasquez, how the hell are you, bro? But yeah, for the most part, everyone still talks to each other. Not really, to be honest with you. Life gets in the way. And as I say that, there's the stunner. And is there going to be a splash? Now, I want you to see something on that one. 3. I put him over clean. Hold on. Hold on a second here. I'm going to do something live. Let me go back just a second here. Okay, you see I push him off. I did teach myself this. The reversal was brutal, but the whip bump, the jump bump. So I did that. That didn't really hurt on the grass. You see a lot of us land like that on the grass. I would always try to. You see how I've kind of flopped like a fish, but everyone sees them want to clothesline or give you a boot or give you and have you bump flat back. And I was smart enough back then to, when I did bump flat on my back, to do that little swirl that you saw me do. Anyway, that was just something that I picked up. And I showed myself jobbing twice to the suicidal one, Jesse Salinas. But yeah, this was really cool. And then what would suck is that we would have to go to CVS and buy new batteries if there was a cut in the action. We're like, oh, who's buying this time? Who's walking? I don't want to walk to CVS. But we had so much fun. Jesse wants to choke slam. That gimmick was great, suicidal. And Nick's, the piercer, Chris Ain, that one was good too. Oh, he wanted to go higher on the choke slam, obviously. There we go. There's a nice bet. Jesse would take back bumps. He was a nut. But I did too, so I shouldn't be talking. But yeah, these days were a lot of fun, man. They made the days go by. And if I spent a little more time on my homework than CCW, I'd have, I still wouldn't have went to college. So I'm glad that I did this and spent all my weekends in high school, junior year and senior year anyway. Making fun of me. I'm fucking Nick. So funny. But I'm glad we did this, man. And we have all these tapes, and I'm showing all you guys this. And I hope you're enjoying them. These were a lot of fun, and I wish we could bring CCW back and wrestle in a park again and do backyard, because backyard wrestling is more fun than like real wrestling in the indies. It was just so much fun. But these were great. I'm giving Joe putting the ref over, and little did I know that I'd spend 20 years doing that. Parts of 20 years. I didn't spend 20. Parts of 20 years. Hey, there's me with all my hair. But I hope you enjoyed this kind of behind the scenes look at CCW. It's kind of telling you guys kind of how we did all this. And there was no rhyme or reason for it, but I'm sure in the late 90s, everybody had a backyard fed. And I'm sure some guys on the indies that I worked with on the indies had backyard feds too. And we all just spent so much time watching wrestling, loving wrestling. And yes, there's this. Wait, can we get the audio?
On the Mankind verbal assault on CCW. We'll give you all the details, and we'll tell you exactly what CCW plans to do with this whole mess. More legal trouble for the shooter Scott Storm and his rampage. There has been a recent termination in CCW, but this one's private, and there's a lot of parts to it. Call now and get all the details. The probable date and site of Hell on Earth free-per-view, the next in CCW's free-per-views. And the X-Man Joey wanted almost stripped as a world title because he doesn't show up at house shows. We'll give you all the details on this specific hot item. All this and more on the CCW Chaos Championship Wrestling Hotline, where it's not $1.69 a minute, then $1.89 a minute, and some little bald guy telling you false information. It's all the details. It's all the juice. What they don't want you to hear on TV. What's that WWF that don't want you to hear. What WCW can't let you hear. All the information, and what ECW begs they can tell you. We'll tell you all on the Chaos Championship Wrestling Hotline at 1-800-069-CHAOS.
Oh my God. I clearly wrote that on notebook paper and put that on my wall, and I would do fake Mean Gene Okerlund. And this is us hanging out at the show. Oh, shut up. We would just shoot this. This is us hanging out.
Y'all
do a backyard thing too?
No,
that was it.
I got a lot of people I give it a 4.5.
Supposed to be. Y'all wrestle when you're ready and stuff? We got to do something else?
A 4.5.